Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the City Skylines Beginner's Guide. Today we are going to be focusing on traffic related issues since that seems to be a pretty hot topic for new players, as well as expanding outside of your normal grid patterns. I know it can be kind of challenging, it is for me as well, especially once you start building out a grid and it becomes easy to just kind of replicate that. And so I'm actually pretty excited about it. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing I need to mention, I did end up having to change my colors again. I had some issues with Theme Mixer. I did upload the Theme Mixer mix to my Steam workshop, so go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But I did have to add in a couple mods. We were having this issue, and I've had this issue in my modded cities as well. I think it has to do with the decals, and I think it's just a glitch in the game to where if you place decals too close to a beach, it creates this kind of tear in the terrain. And so the only way I know to remove it is either to remove all of our buildings or to go into Surface Painter. And in order to have Surface Painter, I had to install extra landscaping tools. And I'm not even sure why this does clear it. This is something that I have had to deal with in Canalville as well. And it was from placing decals and parks too close to the beach like this. And so that's what I think it is. That is the only mod that we are going to be adding today. And so I did want to go over what we did in the last episode. So we built out this awesome little amusement park over here, which I think just looks fantastic. And then we built out this awesome zoo over here too. I think it looks really great. And I had gotten a couple suggestions saying that we kind of missed an opportunity for me to kind of do a water build. So we are going to incorporate water at some point. I really want to incorporate this little thing into this little pond into our airport. And so, all right, so the first thing we're going to look at is our traffic. So we're going to go into info views. We're going to go down to traffic, and we are at a very respectable 87%, especially for 35,000. A lot of people will start to have traffic related issues at this point. You can kind of see with some red, we definitely have some hotspots. One of the biggest things that I look out for with traffic is bottlenecks. I know I've mentioned it before, but whenever you start to see something like this, what it's telling you is that you have too many people taking this one route. And so there are a couple remedies. One of the biggest ones that I will always default to is just creating more access. So if you can take all the people who are going down to this road and split them by maybe having them come over here or even to an alternative use, what you can do is lower the traffic through this service interchange by just dividing it up a little bit. And so we do have a little bit of an issue over here as well. I think it just has to do with my design. So what we're going to do is we are going to fix this one real quick. We're going to jump out of info views. I'm going to delete this middle section, and we're going to have to delete a couple buildings on either side, but this is just something that we should have definitely done from the beginning. It just makes it a little bit better of an entrance as well. So we're going to grab that 2-lane one-way. We're going to go into freeform, and we are going to curve this around. So I want to go like right here and then have it curve in. I want it to be kind of at a 90 right there. I think we're actually going to fix that. So I want it to be maybe a little bit wider. And we'll go ahead and turn off snapping so that we can get it to look a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and go like this. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and basically copy that on this side. So we're going to go like this. Nice. And so that way what we can do is actually upgrade this middle road and then make it all one way. So I'm going to have it go from left to right. All right. And so I think this already looks pretty good. So now what I want to do, we need to address all these people trying to cross the road right here. And so what we're going to do is jump into landscaping. We're going to go to paths, and let's go ahead and use that amusement park path since that's what we're building this for, is the amusement park. So we are going to come up over here. We're going to go up. Let's go back down to that small step. So we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3. And we are going to go across. So now what we are going to do is grab this and we are going to curve it this way. And we do kind of ruin our lovely landscaping a little bit, but honestly, it's just this upgrade is definitely needed. And so we're going to go like that. And then now what we're going to do, we're going to come all the way over here and we want to make sure that it doesn't snap to that. We want to kind of curve this around and then go up 3. We want to go over this road. We want to go like right there. And then we're going to go ahead and go to straight, and we're going to have this go down. So we'll go like right here, and it looks like that didn't reach the ground. That could be kind of hard. I mean, people having to jump down is probably not the best. So we'll go like this, connect that up, and then we're going to go ahead and copy that on this side just to give it a little bit of uniformity. And so now we have connected that up. We've made it a little bit kind of uniform here. That's what I was going for. And then that way what we can do is actually do some more trees in here, kind of make it into a nice place. So I want to go back into our amusement park, and I'm just going to do a fence around and then do some trees and probably a couple rocks, just really clean it up real fast. All right, so now that we got that done, let's go ahead and connect it up on this side just to make sure that we have that much needed access. And it looks like we're just a little off. So if we go like this, and then let's go ahead and bring it up over here, and then let's go ahead and connect this up. And of course, it's a little off. What I'm going to do is go ahead and redraw this in because that just looks terrible. and it looks like it doesn't want to connect up. It's not the end of the world though, so we have a connection on this side, which is all important. And so now what we can do is go ahead and unpause and let all these port cars figure themselves out. They're driving all through our landscaping, but now all these people are walking across, which is great. And so now let's go into info views. Let's get out of the landscaping tab first. Let's go into our traffic routes. And let's make sure that these didn't get set up with any weird lights. They did. So we're going to go like that. And we're going to make sure that not as many people are crossing. So there's still some people, and they seem to be crossing at like a phantom crossing too. So I'm actually going to redraw in our road real quick. That should fix the problem. I'm hoping anyways. What we really want is as many people as possible to be taking this bridge over. It's really going to help cars to not have to stop as much. That's why we did these as well, because having those road crossings does inhibit your traffic. And so now let's go in here. This was a really red area, and so as this kind of weans out, it should get a little bit better, and we can actually go in here and probably even get rid of that stop sign. And so this already is looking much better than what it was, and as you can see, it is slowly starting to become a little more green, though our average traffic flow still stays about the same. And so another thing that we can do in this area that we really didn't do, let's go ahead and bump that speed down, is expand upon our bus network. So we're going to go in here and we are going to create a bus line. Going to have it go right here and have it go all the way around this outer edge and loop back and then complete. And then what I'm going to do is do a opposite running bus line, so that it's going to provide access to this tram line, the metro, and then service this whole neighborhood. It's really going to help out to encourage people to take the bus or walk rather than hopping in their cars, which it really goes a long ways to help manage traffic. All right, and so I went all the way around just like I said. So now let's go ahead and jump in here and go to, I believe it's bus line 8. Let's go ahead and make it like a magenta. And then what we're going to do is do amusement park loop. And then let's go ahead and find 7. So let's do 1 and we'll hit enter. And let's do the same thing here, amusement park loop. That's so funny. I did look on that other one. So we'll do loop 2. And then let's go in here and make sure that we change that to loop, and people might get a little confused. And let's go ahead and make this magenta as well, or that kind of purplish color. And so now we have bus lines in here, which is fantastic. We should really start seeing a lot of people utilizing this. It's really going to help out to expand that serviceability over here too. You can see people already upgrading. Services and transit lines really, factor into whether a building is going to upgrade or not. And so now let's come over here. This is our troublesome interchange. And I wanted to do something fun with this. I want to do a diverging diamond interchange. And in vanilla, these are a little bit tough because you don't have node controller or other mods that make it look a little bit better, but we're going to try to do our best. So the first thing we're going to do is grab that bulldoze tool. And so the reason we're doing that is because this is the bottleneck for this area. And so I want to make this higher flowing because these access points are a little too close together. It's creating some issues where people are having to stop in the middle. They're blocking traffic. And so another alternative would be to just make these a little bit wider. But I think the diverging diamond is going to help us to increase traffic flow through this area. And they do tend to be a little bit safer in real life as well. So we're going to go ahead and delete that. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and delete these as well. And we'll go ahead and bring those back just a smidge. Let's go back into roads and let's come across. We are going to have to do something with our poor tram line in here before we unpause. So then what we're going to do is we are going to go up. And of course, we're on that big step again. We're going to go up 3 and then we're going to go straight just a smidge and we're going to go just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side, go up 3 and then we're going to go straight and we're going to end like right there. This actually might be a little too close. So what we want to do is be just off of that line. And it looks like this one's just a little too close. I'm just going to trim that back just a smidge. So then now we will come in here and let's go ahead and create a bridge across. And let's go ahead and turn off snapping so that we can make sure that it is as straight as possible for us. So we'll go like right there. And then let's go ahead and do one. We're doing them on facing the wrong directions, but so we'll come this way. So the goal is to have these opposite. So we're going to have traffic going left to right. So left-hand drive basically. And the reason for that is because it controls the conflict points for this. And so it really helps out to make sure that your traffic just stays high flowing. So now we're going to go ahead and flip that around. And what we're going to do is go into highways and we're going to grab this highway ramp. And what we want to do is create some access off of here. So we are going to go down 1. And then what we're going to do is have it curve next to the highway. We're going to go down 1 more. And then let's go ahead and go straight a little bit just to give it a little bit of a run and then go in there. Perfect. And so now we do need to do it on this side as well. So we're going to curve this in, have it go down 1. We want it to be parallel with that road. And then we're going to follow the road yet again. And we're going to go down 1 more. and then that way we can connect it up right there. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and copy it on this side. So we're going to have this curve around, go down one, and then loop back towards the highway and go down one more, and then go ahead and connect it up right there. And it looks like we're just a little off. We can upgrade that road again though, so I'm not too worried about it. So then we'll go do the same thing on this side, have it go down one, go all the way down, go down one again, and then have it loop in right there. Fantastic. And so this is already looking pretty good. It does look like our side right here is a little off. Yeah, we would want that to be the right direction. So let's go ahead and flip these the correct direction. We'll flip them around, go like that. And then let's upgrade our little four-lane highway section right there back to 4 lanes, and we want to make sure the rest are good. And so now let's go ahead and figure out our tram line before we unpause and cause some havoc. So let's go into trams in the transport tab, and we want to grab this tram track road, which is a tram only road. And so we do need to first move our fire department. So we're going to go right there, and then let's go ahead and downgrade this road to a regular road. And then I think what we're going to do is come off of these roads. So we'll go like right off of this. We'll go into the freeform tool. We'll curve off of this, and we want it to be kind of parallel with that. Then let's turn on snapping just so that we can get that perfect angle. And so now what we will do is go straight, and then we want to go down. And so we're going to go underneath this. So we're going to go like that, and then we're going to go back up, and then we're going to grab that freeform tool, and we want it to curve into that intersection. So now we have provided a bypass for the trams without having to go through this area. And so the last thing we want to do is jump out of that transport tab and go into our traffic routes, go into junctions, and we want to remove the traffic lights off of these. We want this to be high flowing. Normally you would have traffic lights and they would be timed together. Because in vanilla you can't time the traffic lights, it creates just a really weird back and forth mess that I tried playing around with in my test builds, and it just was not working out well. And so all these people are pretty confused. I think the last thing we can do is go ahead and upgrade our off ramps to 2-lane roads just to provide that left and right action. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's go all the way down. We're going to do all 4 of them just so that we can provide that lane for people getting onto the ramp as well, which is going to really help out. And you know what? This should really help out quite a bit. And so with mods, what I would do is grab node controller and increase this a little bit. I'd probably have these roads a little bit closer too. It would just look a little bit better. And so now the big thing with these is that it provides people getting onto the freeway same side access. So now if you're coming down this way and you want to get on the freeway here, you can turn right, or you can cross over and turn left. Same with the other side, you can turn right or you can cross over and turn left. You don't have to cross traffic to get onto the freeway. You have these controlled points. So you would have 2 timed traffic lights. And so this ends up really helping out a lot. We do still have some issues. We got, looks like a lot of trams coming out for some weird reason. I don't know if we messed up our tram line or something at some point, but it looks like we have a ton of trams. What I want to do now is come down here and upgrade this tram road to a bigger road. So we're going to go ahead and go all the way down to there. And then I want to check our junctions here and make sure that we don't have any unnecessary traffic lights. So we do. So let's go ahead and remove that. Let's go ahead and remove that one. We'll go ahead and put a stop sign there. Let's make sure this one's all set up. Yeah, it is. And so now these should be able to start flowing out pretty quickly. If I had Traffic Manager, what I would do is make these dedicated turn lanes. Because we obviously can't do that. What we could also do is turn these into 3-lane one-ways. I don't think it's entirely necessary. I definitely don't like the idea of people turning around here, but there's not too much we can do about it. So let's go ahead and bump up that speed and just watch this and see if it works out. All right, so we have definitely cleared up quite a bit of the traffic. Now you can see most of it is still coming from our industrial area. And so what we're going to do, and the reason I'm going to do this is because people on console or playing in vanilla don't have access to the 81 tiles mod. And so it's definitely a different way of playing. From this standpoint, what we need is another access point to the highway. So what we're going to do is go ahead and unlock this one. And so what we have is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll probably get one of these up here. And it's just because of the limitations with the game, but having this access point over here is going to really help us out a lot. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and grab this, and we are going to bring this all the way down. We're going to go, let's go ahead and turn on snapping. We're going to go like right here. And what I want to do is create a bridge. So we want to go up 3 and then cross over. And then we want to go down 3. And this is going to be a little bit close to our interchange, but I honestly don't think it's going to be too big of an issue. Having off ramps close to interchanges is something that does happen. And it's just sometimes unavoidable. What we are going to do is just make this a little bit shorter though to kind of accommodate that, because we don't want people to have to change lanes or weave too close to that. But we are also going to be changing the interchange a little bit to provide a little more space. So we're going to go ahead and go down 3. Remember, we want to be 1 above. And you know, this already is going to be a pretty good access point. So we're going to go ahead and flip these around. And as you can see, people are already using this way. And so now what we need to do, let's go ahead and pause. We are going to bring this all the way back. And I want to use a 2-lane in here because we have a merge point in there. And so we do need to kind of flatten out this like little bump right here as well. And we will bring this around. And I want it to go like right here. And then we are going to go back into our regular one, go like that. And so that's not too far off from where it was, but it just provides a little more space in here for people who maybe want to get off of the interchange or get off right here. And so I went ahead and upgraded that to that 4-lane. We're going to upgrade this to a 4-lane as well. And somebody had mentioned that having this 4th lane provides a weaving opportunity, which is unsafe. And it's definitely true. You still have the weaving opportunity with 3 or 2, no matter what, because you have people who are trying to get in and out of the same lane. Whereas with this, you at least provide a little more space for somebody to kind of coast in that lane before they have to change lanes. Whereas with a regular 3-lane, they're forced to weave right away. And then people who are trying to get off on the next ramp are already in that lane. And so it's definitely something, I mean, you know, there's definitely arguments for both sides, whether you should drop it down in the middle or just add a lane like this. But I think it works out pretty well, and we are already getting traffic. Let's go ahead and check out our routes and see if this is already becoming, yeah, look at that. So all of these people are people who would have taken this off ramp. So now if we get that, it's already dropped down quite a bit. So people living in this neighborhood, look, we even got people way over here. We got all the industrial right here taking this route. I mean, this right here is probably the biggest secret for your traffic. So anytime you have traffic, a lot of times if you can just split those routes, it makes it so much better. And so now as we come over here, we can already see that the traffic on this intersection is much better. And so if we let this run for a second, this should get to a point where it is much better. All right, so I think this looks pretty good. The other really big thing that we could do, and it would probably be good, is if we got a cargo terminal over here, because we just have a ton of traffic going back and forth, and so it keeps kind of backing up on one side, and then it fixes, and then it goes to the other side. It's like trucks just crossing back and forth. But this definitely is flowing much better. Let's go ahead and check out our traffic. So we are at 88, and you know, we could definitely upgrade some of these roads as well. Like I wish this one. So what we're going to do is go into roads, and one of the other roads that we had gotten with the mass transit DLC is our first asymmetric road. So it's this asymmetrical 3-lane road. We will go ahead and upgrade this, and then we're going to flip it so that there are 2 lanes going this way. You have a left and a right, just to make it a little bit better. But then what we're going to do is go ahead and upgrade this one as well. And I do want to upgrade this little bit of road. So we're going to have to move that fire station again. They're probably like, what's happening? So we're going to go like that. So now there's a left and a right. And so on this, I wish we could even add another one in there. I think that that's probably the best we can do. Now we're not going to get as much of a backup on this because people who are turning right aren't going to have to wait behind people turning left. But this is already looking pretty good. Go ahead and let me know in the comments what you guys think. This is my first diverging diamond I've built. And so I think it looks good. You know, I definitely do wish that we had some mods to kind of play around with. But now let's go ahead and look at our other traffic. So we are at 89%, and a lot of this we really just can't do anything else with. It's upgraded roads. We've created a better service interchange. What we could do is maybe create access in here somewhere else, but we have some pretty good access for this area. And now we've created this off ramp, and so anybody living in this area doesn't have to come all the way down here anymore. And so the next big step would probably be looping this around like I'd said before, and then connecting it up in some other meaningful way. But this is already looking really good. This is just something that, you know, in the city, you're definitely going to still have traffic, but you can already see like this is flowing pretty good. We don't have any backups anymore, which is fantastic. And it's actually turning a lighter color too, which is really cool. Go ahead and check out some other traffic in our area. So we got a little bit of traffic here. Let's go ahead and let's turn this into a 2-lane highway on-ramp so that we can get those 2 lanes in there. I feel like that's important. Go like that, just so that people who are coming, they don't necessarily block people who are crossing over traffic. And so I think we're pretty good with traffic for right now. So these are just tram stops, so we really can't do anything about that. It gets red wherever the trams end up stopping on the road. And then this is our cargo depot. We really can't do too much about this, though I wonder if we could just... It already doesn't have a stop sign, and so I think this is probably about as good as you can get. Now, the big takeaway is, if you start to have traffic issues in your city, go ahead and identify those red areas, and then if you're unsure of what's causing the traffic, go ahead and grab that route. See where people are coming from. So you see all these people are trying to either get on the freeway going in all 3 directions, or they're trying to get over, you know? And so what you know is all these people are trying to get on the freeway, so by creating that access, what you do is you split all that up. Now we got people going all 3 directions going on this freeway. Even down here a little bit, you know, if you connect this up. All right, so for this area, what I want to do is do a design that is utilizing grids, but in a more fun way. And so the key here is you want to keep your symmetry, and this is where it can get kind of tricky, especially for newer players. So I'm going to have this go out. All right, so for this section, what we're going to do is we're going to have it come out right here. We're going to leave a little bit of space next to that highway so that we can do another road, maybe do some more zoning in there or something. And so the first thing we're going to do is come down here. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit wider. I want to do a road that's going to curve around. So I want to come up here, and then I'm going to go like right there, and then I'm actually going to follow this highway. So we're going to come up here, we're going to go like right there, and then I want to curve this around, kind of mimicking that highway a little bit. So if we actually try to just go around, it's a little off. So if we go like that and then go like this, we should be able to connect that up. And you know what, that looks pretty good. It definitely is a little more space over here, but I'm not worried about it. And so now we can go ahead and connect this up. I do want it to connect up with this road though. So if we go ahead and bring this forward, and then we will just leave that for future use, because we're definitely going to have to make a bridge at some point. I just think within the vanilla game, we're probably not going to unlock that square, but as we expand out more, we are going to utilize 81 tiles. And so now what I want to do, and this is something that you can utilize in your cities to really capture a cool look. So we are going to do a radial grid, and what that means is a more of a curved grid. And so we're going to come out here, we're going to go out 2, and I want to utilize this middle space for something fun. So now I'm going to make sure that these lines are matched up, that they're at like a 90, and that's just going to capture a more even spacing for either side. And so now what we're going to do is go into that straight tool, and we're going to come out 1, and we're going to go out 1 right there, 1 right here, and 1 right here. And then we are going to utilize this to make sure that we get a nice parallel road right here. So we're going to go all the way around. And again, we want to make sure that that is flat over here as best as possible. And then let's go ahead and copy that one more time. But we're going to go out 2. So now we're going to go out 2. We're going to come out 2. We're going to come out 2. And then we're going to do that same thing. We're going to go into the freeform tool. We are going to match this up. And then you can already kind of see our shape is forming. So now what I want to do is come out 1.5, come out 1.5. and come out 1.5, and we're going to copy that same thing, but we're going to do something different here. So I want to come down here, match this up, and I think we're going to match that up with this road. We are going to connect this up, we're going to connect this up, but now I want to curve this, and so I do want it to line up with this road. So I think what I'm going to do is come out 1.5 over here, and then turn it. And then that way, when we come down with our freeform tool, we actually have a guideline that we can line up. And so now we can match that up. And of course, the 1.5 ended up being perfect grids for us. And so now we will come up here, and I want to go out 1.5 again and actually create a space in there. We're going to come out 1.5 again. We're going to go down. We're going to go like that. And so now what I want to do is come over here, and we are going to extend this road out. And I want to see how far this is from that road first. So I think we should be about, 2 and 2. So if we go out, let's say 2 and 2 out here, and then we'll go out 2 and 2 right here. We should be able to connect these up and then have this curve down. It looks like maybe we will bring this back just a smidge. We'll go like right there. And then let's go ahead and go out 2 and 2, like right here. That way we can still capture the curve a little bit further in, but then we can curve this in, and we want to line it up with that. So then now we can connect this up, and we've left a little space in here for a park. And so now let's go ahead and get rid of these roads. I want to make sure that these are lined up, and it looks like this one is a little off. So I think what we'll do is we will go ahead and use that straight tool, and we will curve it in. And so now we have created some pretty nice spaces in here. We are going to break up these spaces with a grid pattern. So we'll go like that, and then we'll go ahead and leave this space empty for a park area. We'll leave a couple of these spaces empty for commercial areas. And this is really already coming together pretty nicely. So I do want to have a road go along our little waterfront here. And so we are going to grab that freeform tool. We're going to go follow the coast as best we can, but not right on it. I don't want to encroach upon any sort of tourism opportunities or maybe just beach opportunities. And so we'll go like that. And so now we can go ahead and connect up our road. Let's go into a smaller road and we will connect this up, go like right there. Let's go ahead and just bring this one straight as well. And then we will curve this in. And then let's go ahead and bring these straight too. So we'll come down and then we'll bring this one straight. And then let's go ahead and finish that grid pattern in the middle here. Finish this one as well. So we'll bring this one out one. And then let's go ahead and curve it into this road. I don't know if I like that as much, but I do want to make sure and connect this up. So if we bring this down, if we go like that and then go like that. Yeah, there we go. So we are definitely following a nice little curved pattern here, and this is going to end up looking pretty good. So I want to now bring this out, and I want to connect it up with that. And we want to make sure that that stays consistent. So now we can connect that up, and we can go ahead and bring this out one more. So if we go out 1 and 1, let's go ahead and turn off road guidelines so that we can snap it to that grid. And then let's go ahead and curve this down. This is looking pretty cool. We do have a couple intersections that are a little closer than I would have liked, but I know it's not really the end of the world. Especially with residential, you can really get away with a lot more with your residential grids than you can with commercial grids. And so now we do need to continue on our road up here. So I want to go down 10. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I want to come down. And so we're going to go like that. And then we're going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And of course, we're on the big steps again. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And then we will go across, and then let's go ahead and go down. So we will curve this road in, go like that. Perfect. And then now we have created a pretty decent little connection in here. So we could do the same thing here, or we could just kind of extend our grid pattern out here. It'd probably look better if we just extended it. So we could do, I think we're going to do another commercial area in here because we got to be mindful of our metro stop. So if we go ahead and go like that, and what we can do is create a more consistent grid pattern in here. So we'll go ahead and go like this, and then let's go ahead and connect this up as well. And then we will probably change the orientation of it in just a smidge. And let's go ahead and cut this in half. So I do want to do a more curved road in here. So let's go ahead and do a bigger road, and I want to start right here, and I want to go all the way down, and then I want to bring this across. And this is just another thing that you can do to provide access, but also keep the grid looking interesting, kind of like what I did over here. And so we will go ahead and probably leave it like that, and let's bring this down now. And then let's go ahead and extend this out, and I think we will have this go into a park space back here. I think that this could be really nice. So if we go ahead and go like this and then have this just connect up right there, and then that will be the entrance to our park. I think this is going to be a nice space. Being right next to the freeway, it definitely isn't ideal, but it's about utilizing those spaces, and we still have a lot of spaces in our city. But I think this is a pretty good design. I really like this. And what we could do on this side is extend out our curve a bit. So if we go ahead and go like that, so if we extend that across, and then now we can go like this, and then now we have a little bit of space in here to be able to do something fun if we want to, like maybe a commercial center or something like that. We'll go like this, and then we can connect these up, connect that up. Let's go ahead and curve this in. So we'll grab this tool. And so now we need to look at our education. So we'll go into info views. Let's go into the education tab. And so we have quite a bit of elementary education. We still do have a little bit of a gray area over here. Because it's high density, this school is probably struggling. But let's go ahead and check out our high school. So same kind of scenario. Because it's high density, these two schools are struggling. So let's come over here. We know we need to do a high school and an elementary over here. We could do in this area. We could do back here too. Be better if it was like somewhere in the middle. I'm looking at this area, and I think that this area would be nice. This area too, maybe we'll incorporate it with the park. So if we go ahead and bring in a road, we'll go like this, and then we'll go ahead and turn it. We can do a little park right here in the middle, and then let's do our elementary right there, and then let's do the playground right next to it. So we're gonna do, let's see if we can fit the bigger one. Yeah, if we go like this, that looks pretty good. And then I think we can fit one of the bigger parks like right there. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. And so now we got a nice park area. We have our elementary school right here with our big playground, which is fantastic. And then let's go ahead and do a fence around just to kind of block it off. So I'm going to use that park fence, and we're going to go all the way around. I'm actually going to turn off snapping so that we can get a little bit closer to that road. So I will come up here. Let's go ahead and we'll bring this down. And then I think we're going to leave a little bit of a path right there, and we'll leave this ungated, since this a lot of times schools will utilize their parks as also public parks as well. And so I think this looks good. You know, I definitely wish that I could do a little bit of concrete here, but I think within vanilla, this is probably one of the best things that we can get going. And then I do want to incorporate the rest of this area into a park. We could do our high school in this same section. So maybe if we have this road come off and just extend straight, I think that could be good. So if we go like this, and then let's go ahead and curve that in. Let's see if it messes up our broader grid. So it does a little bit, but I think this is going to end up looking pretty good. So if we go ahead and do our high school right there, and then let's do the sports hall and gymnasium right across the street, and then let's do some sports parks in the middle. So we're going to go down to the Parks and Plazas tab. We're going to go into this other parks, and we're going to use the tennis court. I did activate the vanilla European theme within the standard menus. If you're unsure of how to do that, whenever you're in the main menu, if you go to content management, you can go to building styles, or styles, I believe it's called, and you can check the vanilla theme. It does require a little more RAM, and it even gives you a little bit of a warning, but it gives you a bunch of cool buildings like this, you know, the tennis court, obviously, but then it even gives you a bunch of new unique buildings in here, like, you know, the Gherkin, and a bunch of UK inspired buildings like the Eye and stuff like that. And they're just really cool buildings. So I do tend to play with it installed. I just hadn't installed it yet. And so now what I want to do is go ahead and do some paths in here. So I want to grab our park path with the trees, and I want to see if we can fit it in here. Yeah, we can. Perfect. I was thinking we could. And so now let's go ahead and connect this up. I do want it to be a nice area though. Let's go ahead and paint this as a park. So we're going to go into districts tab. We're going to paint park area, and then we do need to do a park main gate, unfortunately. So we're going to come down here. Let's go ahead and do our main gate like right there. And we haven't done a city park yet. So what we have unlocked is the park side gate, park plaza, park info booth, park restroom, and park cafe. And so let's go ahead and connect these up now. We're going to go back into landscaping, go into our park paths, and we will extend this down. Let's go ahead and turn on snapping, and then let's go ahead and curve this in. So we'll go like this. And then let's go ahead and connect this one up as well. So we'll come down. Let's go ahead and turn off snapping again so we can get this a little bit better, because I would like to get a plaza right here. Let's see if we can actually fit that plaza in first, and then let's go ahead and do some paths around. So if we grab this path, go ahead and snap it, and then let's go ahead and curve this in. So if we go like this, and of course it's going to be too close for that road. So I think we're just going to upgrade to that concrete path all the way down. Yeah, we'll just go like that. You know, maybe we'll do the gravel, since that other park has the gravel. And so we are going to go like this, and I'm not going to put another side gate in there, because I don't really like that it has like main gates. You have to pay to go in here, especially since this is a schooling area. You wouldn't have to pay to go in here. This would be a public park. And so now let's come in here. Let's go ahead and do one of the cafes, even though I think maybe the cafe is a little out of place for this area. So what I want to do is go ahead and jump back into our fences. And I want to do a fence around our cafe. So we'll go like this, and let's go ahead and do a fence around this as well. But I want to do a little bit of room for seating, since it's right next to our cafe. And fences are just a really easy way to accentuate certain areas, kind of like the bushes. And you can really create some fun areas in there. So if we like just fence off a little corner, so if we go like that, it allows us an opportunity to maybe do like a gazebo in there or something once we unlock it. And that's one of my favorite buildings with these. So if we now go into park info, let's go ahead and make that free. And once we unpause and everything, we should be pretty good. So now what I want to do is go ahead and jump into trees, and I want to create a couple little spaces in here. So I know I want to do a path in here. So we'll go ahead and connect this up, go straight, go like this. And then we're going to do some benches and stuff in there with some trees. And so we will go into our parks tab, go into this props, and let's go ahead and do just a couple benches. And this, now that we have this brush tool, it's just kind of all messed up. That's with the landscaping tools that was required for the surface painter. So now we'll go like this, and you know, it kind of looks like a little seating area. I like it. And then let's go ahead and do some young lindens. So we'll grab these, go all the way down, go like this, go like that. Perfect. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. I like this. And then we can go ahead and do some bushes off the backside too. And then what I want to do is do some young lindens around the outside. So we will go ahead and do young lindens all the way around. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and throw in the rest of the trees in here and some foliage and stuff, really tie the area in together real fast. All right, and so this is what I was thinking. I ended up doing fences around our little tennis court and basketball court over here. But then I did another little playground with a fountain. I just did some trees around, nothing too complicated. some of these purple trees with the rocks, and then just really tied it all in together. And I think this is a great piece for this area. I really like it, and I'm glad that we got the 2 schools in there as well. And so now what I want to do is go ahead and look at some of our other services. So if we come in here, I know I want to do a child health care and another elder care. Maybe we will do those off the coast, since this would be like just such a great view with the water right there. I think it would just be fantastic. So let's actually do that. So we are going to do a road that's going to curve around. We're going to go like right here. And then let's jump back in there. Let's do the child health care. Let's actually look at the elder care, since this is the bigger of the 2. We'll go like that. And let's go ahead and look at this. So we want to make sure, yeah, these look pretty good. I like that they're right on the beach too. These would be great. These would probably be like luxury, healthcare areas, like for people who are a little more well off. And so now we do want to do some trees in here as well. So we'll go ahead and delete these ones first, and we'll go ahead and get rid of those. And I think we're going to turn this into a whole like little area. I'm going to go ahead and do a fence around, and then I'm going to do some bushes around here, really help to accentuate this middle area as like a grand entrance. All right, and so here it is. I did a fence around, some rocks in the middle, and unfortunately, because I did those ground rocks, I couldn't get anything else on top except for some more rocks. So then I just did some purple around, but then back here I did some pathways with little seating areas, and then some more rocks with that like tall grass to kind of help accentuate these areas. And then a fence with some palm trees going around. And I think once we unlock the After Dark DLC, we'll be able to start doing some more water assets. I believe that's the DLC that gives you all the water parks and stuff. So now we have those. Let's go ahead and figure out our regular services. We would want our services to be kind of close to the main road, but then also servicing this area really well. And it looks like maybe 2 would be good. So, maybe we'll put it down here. I think this will be a good spot. And then let's go ahead and do our fire department as well. We'll go ahead and go like this. And then we will do our police department. Let's go ahead and put it like right there. And so now we have, let's actually move our police department, because that's kind of in a weird spot. So if we go ahead and put these like right here, that way what we can do is a little commercial area in there. And so now what we need to do is do some parks. So we'll come around, let's go into parks, and we want to do just this small park. So we'll come up over here. Let's go ahead and put it like right there. Let's come up over here as well. We'll go ahead and do one right there. And you know what? That already covers a lot of the area. So if we go ahead and do this, and then let's do some small dog parks as well. So let's go ahead and do a small dog park right there. And then let's go ahead and do a small dog park right there. And then I do want to turn some of these smaller spaces into parks. So like this one right here, I don't want to zone. I just want to turn this into a bigger park area. And it's really going to help us capture a better look in here. So like if you can segment off certain areas, it just helps you to capture a really cool look. And so we will come up over here, do the same thing. We'll extend out this path. We could do the same thing for these sections. I think this one would be good. This one's a little too big for us to do it with. But I think even like this one would be good. So if we go ahead, go like this, and then connect this up, that way we have like 2 park areas right there. And then I think we'll do the same thing here. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw in some trees for those areas real quick. Nothing too crazy, just something easy. All right, and so I ended up doing just some simple detailing, bushes around the pathways, some trees in here, just to kind of clean it up. And I think this is already looking really cool. And so I'm looking at this area right here for our commercial area. I think this would be a really good match, since it's close to the freeway, would have really good access, and we really wouldn't have to worry about too much traffic. And then I think we'll end up doing a small commercial area right here as well. And so what I want to do is go ahead and create a couple bigger commercial areas, something that's going to look really cool. So I think we are going to come in here, and I want to do a little square, but then I want to come in here and do a fence around. And this is something else I learned from Overcharged Egg. I know I mentioned him in the last episode, but man, he just has so much inspiration. I definitely prefer to mention creators if I use their stuff. I know it's not super common in our space, but it is something that I try to do. So we'll come down here, and then we will go ahead and go 4 down. Let's go ahead and go like that. This one is a little bit off from what I was hoping to do, but I don't think it's the end of the world. And so now let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. We'll go ahead and go like that, and then we'll go ahead and go like this, and then we will do the same thing here. Go ahead and go 4 across and go 3 across. Let's go 4 again, and then I want to do some pathways going through here. So we're going to grab that concrete path, we're going to come all the way down, and we're going to connect it up right there, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to connect it up, go like this, and then I do want to have a path come across as well. So we'll go like this, then connect that up, and then let's go ahead and do the same thing here. Go like this, and then connect that up. So we have an area for us to do some detailing around this. This would be like a small commercial area. Let's go ahead and do the same thing here. So we'll go like that, go like this, and then I'm going to do another fence around these ones. So I'm going to grab this, go around, and then we're going to connect that up. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side, go all the way around. And then let's go ahead and do a fence around this one as well. Let's actually do one going this way. Then we could do another little shopping center if they're in there if we wanted to. I think we are going to put some small offices off this backside. So we will go like this, go like this, go like that, go like this. Let's go ahead and put one in there. I think what we're going to do is let's go like this. Yeah, you know, this looks pretty good. And then we can do some fences around this, though I don't really want to. No, you know, I was thinking I didn't want to mess up the access to the park, but I don't think it's the end of the world. This one is a little messed up though, so I think we will go ahead and nix that. And then let's do just a couple more. So if we go like this and go like that, and then let's make sure that that looks pretty good. Yeah, it does. We got a fence going around that one. We don't have fences going around the rest of them. I'm just not too worried about it at that point. And then let's come down here and do just a strip. And just because, you know, you do still get zoning next to like back-to-back zoning like this. And so I don't want to completely get rid of that. So then now let's go ahead and connect this up. We're going to go down to that intersection. And I do want to go through and do some path access. So now we got a couple commercial areas next to our access points, which is fantastic. We may still need to do a little bit more because we do want to have like local stores and stuff like that. So I think even coming in here and just doing like a couple small ones, maybe we'll do like a 4x right there. We'll come up here, do the 4x like right next to the park. So like these are already points of interest. So we'll go like that. And then let's go ahead and do one right here too. And then we'll come over here. Let's come over by this park. Let's go ahead and do that one. We'll go ahead and do this corner one as well. And you know what? This is probably pretty good. So now we have a little store within walking access of pretty much everybody, which is fantastic. And then we can now start zoning in our stuff. But first, let's go ahead and do our paths across. So I want to really make this path friendly. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and curve a path just to create a little more interest in here. So we will curve this and then have this curve up. And then let's go ahead and do the same thing here. Curve this back. And there we go. And so now we have created a nice little curved pathway in there. It looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and on this side, we are going to follow that radial. So we're going to go all the way down. Yeah, you know what? I like it. And so we will come into zoning now and let's do our high density. You know what? Backpedal a little bit. Let's go into districts and areas. And we will widen this a little bit. Let's go ahead and paint this all in as a district. And if anybody wants to come up with a fun name, go ahead and let me know. So this is Summit Hills so far. And so let's go ahead. We're going to paint this as self-sufficient because I really like the buildings for self-sufficient. Those are the buildings that we used over here for pretty much this whole area. Really just like the look of them. They give you those little dirt patches, and then the high-rise buildings are really cool as well. And then what we need to do is go ahead and click on Summit Hills, go into policies, go into city planning and hit high-rise ban because I don't want to get any super, super tall buildings. So now we're going to come in here and we are going to paint all this in as high-rise, just around that middle section. You can kind of see none of them are huge amounts of zoning, which is really what I'm going for. I don't want to have any like crazy tall buildings in there. A lot of these are smaller, which is great. And so now we can come in here and let's go ahead. I think I'm going to do just a bit more commercial on this side. So if we grab these and just fill that in, and then let's go ahead and do the same thing over here just to kind of fill in that strip. We do need to be careful though, because if people start taking this like as an arterial, then it could become a problem. We want this to be more of a local road than anything. And so now I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of this with zoning. I'm probably going to do mostly low density, maybe some pockets of high density here and there. Okay, so we have hit our next unlock, Colossal City. We have unlocked the nuclear power plant, the floating cafe, which is great. We can start using that on our beach. I didn't even realize we had that. Then ocean thermal energy conversion plant. Let's go ahead and see what other beach assets we have, because I didn't realize we had that. Oh, I guess so. We have a couple. We have the fishing island, and we have now the floating cafe. Let's actually check these out and see what they look like. So this is actually a pretty decent little building. I like both of these. I don't often use these a lot, but I think what we'll do probably on the next episode is actually play that up. But this area looks pretty good. I actually really like it. Let's go ahead and check out our water availability. So we are doing pretty good. Let's check out our electricity. We're doing all right. We definitely need to upgrade those a little bit in the future. I did put in a water tower in here, but I think this looks really good. I like that, the self-sufficient. I think that was a good call. And then now all we need to do is put in some trees and stuff and really clean this up. So another big problem we do have is this traffic, all these people trying to get over here. This is causing an issue. And so what I think would be smart is if we were to extend this out a little bit further. We just have too many people trying to cross these lanes now. Like you can see all these poor people. They're just trying to get over or cross over here. And it's just not enough space. And so I think what we can do is go ahead and move this back and do a same side connection just to give them a little more time to change lanes. So what we're going to do is we'll keep the other side the same, but we are going to go ahead and delete this. And then let's grab our road and we will go ahead and go across. We may even do the other side just to keep it symmetrical. Let's go ahead and go like right here and then let's go down. And so this is going to be a little bit tricky, but I think we can get it done. So we are going to come out here, like right here. Let's go ahead and go straight. And so we want this to be at our top of the circle. And so we will go like right there. And then let's go over to our dirt road like we had done before. So we'll grab this. And so now we want this to be all the way at the bottom. So we're going to go like right there. Now we want to be in the middle somewhere. And we want this to kind of follow that circumference. So maybe we'll go right there and we're going to go, I think we'll keep it at that same distance. And so now we should be able to grab this and have it loop around. We're a little bit off on this side. So let's go ahead and go a little bit further. We'll go like right here. We can't really go further. So we'll go like right there. Let's go ahead and turn off road guidelines so that we can get maybe a little bit closer. Now that's the closest we can get. So we need to go just a little bit higher. Let's go right here, and then we're going to come out a little bit further. So we'll go like right there. So that actually doesn't look bad if we came from that other side, because in that way what we can do is come down here, and it does look like we need to delete our bridge because of that pillar, and we should be able to turn this off. It doesn't provide that much more room, but it's just enough for us to not have to worry about it. And so now we can go ahead and upgrade this all the way around, and then let's go ahead and delete this, and then let's make sure to upgrade this as well. That would be pretty important. And so let's flip it the right direction. Go like this. Yeah, there we go. And so it does look like it got a little messed up over here. That is kind of frustrating. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and redraw that in real quick. So now let's go ahead and connect this up. We will come across. We need to be as close as possible. Oh, it looks like we can get it in the middle. Perfect. So we can connect it up right there. And then now we need to do our same side connection. So we will come up here. And so ideally, we would want to possibly upgrade this road to a 2-lane road. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that. So if we go like that and then have this branch off of there, if I was playing with mods, I literally would just go straight. But because we're not, we have to kind of do this weird off thing. So we'll go like this and then we will go around. Yeah, so the problem with this is that nobody's using that second lane. So I think what we're going to do is get rid of this, and we're actually going to connect up the on-ramp somewhere else. Kind of sucks. It gets rid of the symmetry a little bit, but this is just going to help us to make this a little bit better. So if we grab this and go like that, now it makes it a little bit out of the way, but at least now it's going to divert traffic a little bit, and then this will be a much better connection. So now we can upgrade that back to a 2-way, and then what I'm hoping is that cars will start using both lanes. That's really what we're going for here. Okay, so I feel pretty good about this. Now what we need to do is connect up our metro line over here, or at least a bus line. So if we could have this metro line maybe branch off here and follow our train line, what we could do is put in a metro stop right here, which would really help to divert a lot of that traffic. I'd really like to get it in here since this is a high concentration area. So what we're going to do is grab our metro, do our above ground, and we are going to go like right here where these power lines are, of course. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the power lines. And let's go ahead and do a road in and create a little bit of a space for this. Let's go up a little bit, and then we will go ahead and loop it back, and we should have enough space right there to fit this. Yeah, we can. Perfect. And so now we do have a couple considerations. We need to loop this around across the freeway in a way that's going to make sense. Maybe if we just turn it like that and then go straight. And then what we're trying to do is have it come down like right here. And we're probably going to have to go to the ground in order to get it to work. Yeah, if we go down to the ground, and this will be kind of cool. It'll be like a parallel line running next to this. So that if we go like that and then come up now. So if we go 1, 2, 3, what we should be able to do is just go like right there. And of course it's a lid. Are we? Oh, we're not high enough. I thought that was going to be too high, but I guess we just weren't high enough. So we will go up one more. And then let's go ahead and curve this in now. And I actually kind of like doing these ground lines. We did this in Canalville where we had our metro go on the ground. And it just provides a different kind of look, you know. I think it's cool. It is going to ruin some of our paths, but I'm not too worried about it. We'll come back in and draw in our little bridges. So then we need it to go just underneath that one bridge. And then we are actually going to have it go up now. And so we will go ahead and grab this. Let's keep on that free form. So we will go like this. So then now for this section, what we need to do is just be mindful of this rail line. So if we go ahead, what we want to be able to do is just cross over this without causing any major problems. Yeah, like this, perfect. And then what we can do is connect it up right there, and then let's go ahead and do another branch off. We'll go like this, then we will connect this up. And so now that is connected up. That actually doesn't look bad. I do wish that it looked a little bit more symmetrical on this side. Because of the rail line though, it's going to be a little bit tougher. I think this actually looks pretty cool. I do kind of wish that this was a little bit better. I wonder if we could get this just to look a little bit smoother, but you know, we're going to keep it like that for right now. And what we're going to do is actually just have this loop around. So we're going to go to create a new line, add stop, and then we're going to loop over here, and then we're going to go back and complete it. And so now they can go ahead and transfer if they need to, but for right now, I think that that is probably good where it is. I do think having a ground line in here, since it is right next to the ground, would be smart. Okay, and so now we got that in. Let's go ahead and finish up our paths real quick. All this stuff that we deleted. We definitely wouldn't want to keep it all haphazard like this. And so I do want to add in a couple little plazas in here. So I think we're going to come in here. Let's go ahead and go like that. Let's go like that. And then let's see about putting in a small park in the middle, maybe. Let's see what we can fit, because I know this is already pretty tight. Yeah, you know, that's probably the best we can get, but look at this. We already got so many people taking the stop. This is fantastic. And so those are all people who would have otherwise drove, and so this is already looking a lot better. Let's go ahead and check out our traffic while we're over here. So we're 86. So our initial stop is doing much better. We still got traffic. We're not going to be able to get rid of it, but I think by doing this and adding this in, that was a very smart call. But I think this is looking pretty good. We still do have a lot of traffic over here. I think it's to be expected though. I think what we can do for this section as well is create a 2-lane off ramp. We'll go like that, just to give people, you know, people who are turning right or left, their own dedicated lane, though it looks like they're still crossing over into the other lane anyways. But what we're hoping for is just less traffic here. This definitely looks better, much better already. Let's go ahead and check out that new metro line and see what we got, because look at all those people. That's just crazy. It's kind of funny. People had mentioned that they thought metro was overpowered, and metro definitely is overpowered. It's overpowered in real life though too. Cities that have metro tend to have really good transit networks, at least the ones that I've been to. Metro really helps you to transport a ton of people at once, and I can't wait until we get the Vehicles of the World content creator pack, because having this many lines is kind of an issue. So I think we're going to bump this up again, go to 5, because look at these. This is just a crazy amount of people. You might even go to 6, because it's just, this is so popular now, and we want to try to get as many people on these as possible. All right, and so I'm happy to see that people are using that. I'm happy to see that this is doing much better. So what I'm going to do now is jump into a detailing time lapse. I'm going to do some trees, and then I'm just going to decorate it up. I want to do some trees back here, going to give a little bit of a buffer for our commercial. We do have a huge demand for industrial. I think on the next episode, we're going to be doing some office parks, because look at this. We have a 20% unemployment. That's just insane. I think I may actually throw in a small industrial park right here just to kind of satisfy some of that, because we're going to definitely run into issues. But I'm going to go ahead and get that done real quick, and I'll catch you guys on the other side. All right, and so here is our finished product, and I think this looks really good. I actually really like the design of this. I went ahead and just did some bushes and trees in here just to accentuate those plazas. And I love how many people are using this. This is just fantastic. Like, look at all those people walking. I just think watching people walking in this game is just such a cool little thing, especially like cars as well. You know, like watching intersections, just all the cars go by. It's definitely got a kind of mesmerizing. And then so I just did my standard just trees in between the houses to hide some of those ugly lines. I did leave some room because we still have some buildings growing in. I ended up doing some offices across the backside. I left it kind of open because I want to do some beach stuff in here. So I think maybe within the next couple episodes, we'll keep expanding upon this and make it into a cool area. But then I went a little crazy with these sections. I wanted to do some seating areas. I did some purple bushes in there. I did a little kind of gazebo space. Over here, I did a couple fountains with some benches and stuff just to create some nice areas. Maybe people are going shopping. I did add in a couple more offices in here as well, just to provide the, those workplaces. We still have some more areas in here where homes need to be built, and go ahead and let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think this was a successful build, and we still have a lot of room to grow. Our city is getting big, and it's kind of funny. We're only like 5 or 6 episodes in, and we are just expanding at such a rapid pace. My goal for this series was to only have about 25 episodes, and that's why we're growing so quickly. And it's kind of funny. My initial goal was only 5,000 population per week, but we're definitely way past that. And so I have gotten a couple really cool suggestions to do like a campus over here. We are going to do some tourism, and we still need to do our downtown. We're actually getting into an area where having a downtown would make sense right about now. And so we got a lot of fun things up ahead. I still want to do that airport with some water features, and there's just a lot of really fun stuff on the horizon. And so if you enjoyed this episode, you will definitely enjoy the episode on your screen. And thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.